Nice to meet you. I'm Louis. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How are you doing?
Not bad. How are you?
Cheryl, how are you doing?
Very nice to see you in this fantastic Jami pop-up shop. There's some pretty cool stuff here, isn't there?
Seriously?
I've just become a trustee of Jami, which means I sit on the board. So I've been to one meeting so far, so I'm a newbie. You know much more about Jami than me, I think, at this point. So you've had a particular experience of working with Jami. It'd be really interesting to hear a bit about your journey.
So I left school about 18, just after sixth form, and I went straight into work. I was going through quite a rough time with anxiety and depression. It affected my self-esteem. That's how my confidence started going bad. Couldn't even step out front door. I was real bad.
I thought that you were always brought to Jami as someone that just came in to do the group. I didn't realize that you started as a participant.
We started off, I was scared stiff, to be honest with you.
So, can you tell me a bit of how was your life before Jami?
I was in my middle 60s, thinking to myself, I'm retired, it's lovely. But that's the time that I started getting ill. Getting the right tablets is not an easy thing, and half the time I didn't know what I was doing. It was just not great.
It all started when I was in my early years of my life, and I was complaining to my parents all the time about stomach aches, that kind of thing. And it ended up that I had anxiety. Eventually it stopped, and then once I started working, it just hit me from nowhere. Panic attacks and severe anxiety.
But in those earlier stages, you went to seek help, or?
No, I didn't seek any help. Because you think it's a bit of a stigma attached, so I didn't do anything.
I grew up with a mum that suffered from being bipolar. And a few years ago, she was so ill. In the middle of that, I was pregnant and all the stress. I had a miscarriage.
3 years ago, my daughter started uni, and I just had a bit of a relapse again. And at that point, family members made me seek some help.
I decided, after attempting suicide, the best thing for me to do would be to go into hospital.
A friend's mum told me to get in touch with Jami.
When you call them, do you think maybe they can help me with?
Basically my confidence and my self-esteem, just making me more confident in life, more independent.
If we broke an arm or we break a leg, it's a problem that you can see. This is a hidden problem.
It is, at the end of the day, an illness, no different than any other.
Yeah.
That's really the stigma that has to be broken.
All of a sudden, somebody from Jami came to see me in hospital, and she was just fantastic.
I had a support worker to talk about things and push me out of my comfort zone, push myself to basically go outside.
There's a mental health first aid course that I've just done myself as part of the Jami ambassador role. So we discuss quite a lot of in-depth detail of how people suffer and how we can help them through.
So it's about a certain skill set by which you're able to
Yes.
offer that initial help.
Yes, it's just like a physical first aid, or it's just for mental health.
Tell me what happened at the warehouse. I don't know about the warehouse.
The warehouse is for volunteers, and we do standing chairs, distressing them to sell in the Mill Hill shop. And we do painting and priming as well. It's amazing, the warehouse.
That's good.
Yeah.
You sound really excited about it.
I love it.
I started coming to Jami from hospital. I went to this creative writing group. All I can tell you is that once I sat on that table, for the first time I knew that I was going to get better, and it was going to be Jami that got me better. And really, if it wasn't for Jami, I wouldn't be here today.
And I remember reading the first thing I ever wrote. Everyone were so accepting and warm and caring. It was literally the first time in a long time that I didn't feel like a failure.
I know my daughter suffered. She's always been quite an anxious child, but when she started uni, she found it really tough.
An organization like Jami can do something to prepare those students as they're going out of secondary school.
Jami have done a pilot this year, so they've got somebody on campus. Speak to somebody if they need to, if they need support. That's a great thing for the youth.
If you look to the future, what are you thinking that might look like?
Yeah, so one of my current goals is to try and get a full-time job or part-time employment. Just doing some sanding or some painting. Maybe I can get paid maybe once a week there.
Fantastic.
It would be unbelievable.
That would be really good. I see the smile on your face.
Make a bit of money.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Being able to share
Yeah.
what I'm thinking about, what I'm experiencing, the feelings. It's such a great experience.
And it gives me something to look forward to every week. It's helped me and it helps other people, I think, to see everybody's different. But we're all there to help each other, and it's like a second family.
Jami's just motivated me to help other people in similar situations to me, to be a role model, to help them out.
Having a good life is having good mental health.
There's no stigma, there's nothing to be ashamed of, and the community is always here for everyone concerned.
Really, Jami saved my life. If it wasn't for Jami, I wouldn't be here today.
Jami's work is absolutely transformational. It can change lives and enable people who are suffering from mental health problems to move to an unbelievably better place.
We as a community need to come together to do everything that we can to support Jami so that they in turn can go on to support the community.
I'm surrounded by people that didn't even believe that they'd be around today. Jami is really, really special, and I think they deserve every bit of help.